So what do you do after a cold front? And right now we got 61-degree water. We had a cold rain last night. I think today may be a Wacky Worm day, but we're going to go through a couple options today and show you what happens right after a cold front in the spring of the year, and hopefully catch these and some bigger ones. Don't miss this episode. This is Hook and Hunt TV.
So far, but I've been
Come up and grab it. They are so tight to that wood, but I dropped that Wacky right next to that wood. Yeah, good fish, decent fish there. We're just fishing today. We're just fishing a small local reservoir in central Illinois, and the water's really clear here. You've got a lot of grass. So right now I'm still trying to move around, see what's going on, but in the first 15 minutes we've had a couple decent fish. If you get a 3 or 4 pounder here, it's a really big fish. Average fish is about 1.75 pounds to 2 1/4, but it's fun. We're after this cold front, you can still not all the way through yet, but the temperature definitely dropped last night. So right now I'm just taking this Wacky Worm and trying to go close to wood, and that's where they are right now. We're going to keep going. I think this is going to unfold to be a pretty darn good day. But he hit it again. Oh yeah, that's a nice one for here. That's a nice one for here. Oh yeah. Yeah, actually he felt bigger than that. Man, he hit that thing hard. He hit that thing hard. They're so fat. They're so fat. And these fish, it's weird. This is a neat little, like I said, it's just a little public access area. What's so cool about this, these fish are fighting like river fish. They are so strong. So you hook a 2-pound fish and you think it's like over 3 pounds. There's a great forage basin here of shad, of small rainbow trout. Absolutely just a fantastic fishery, clean water and a lot of grass. And on a day like this after a cold front, there's almost nothing better than a Wacky Worm. It's so much fun. Okay, the rig that I'm using today, and we're going to show you this in a second here, the Vmc Crossover Pliers, and what they do is they put a ring around your Wacky Worm. You can rig it this way, where it's good for Wacky. You also can rig it this way, where it's good for a Nico rig. Now, I wanted something, I didn't have any 1/16 ounce Wacky hooks, and that's what I really like to throw when there's a little bit of wind. So what I did is I took a VMC 1/16 ounce bullet sinker. I put a little bobber stop right next to the knot there and one on top. And this Nico hook, guys, I'm telling you, this is the best Wacky Worm hook I've ever used. That little 1/0 and 2/0 Nico hook right there is fantastic. But to get it to stay close to the worm, I just used those bobber stops right there. And now that causes this worm to shake on the way down. And when they're inactive, this is absolutely a killer. This segment of Hook and Hunt TV is brought to you by these and other fine sponsors. It's amazing how close they stick to those logs. They are shallow today. Come here. There's a decent one there. There's a post-spawn fish right there. See how that Nico hook gets them so good? It just really, when you just pull back on it, it just locks them right in the side most of the time. Yeah. Perfect. Yep, post-spawn fish for sure there. I want to show you this VMC Crossover Pliers and exactly how it works. So I'm just going to take one of my sticks out here. This is just, what I'm using is, this one's in Sunfish. This is just a Shields trick stick. Nice and simple. And the crossover pliers have little compartments on each side where you can keep the rings at. So I'm going to take one out there. I will put the ring on the pliers like so, okay? And then once I open those pliers up like that, that stretches that band. So then I'm going to put my worm inside there and just pull. That's it. Now it just locks that O-ring right on there. And like I said before, you can rig it 2 ways. Very ingenious little thing, and it keeps you from losing your worm as much. This is only the second worm that I've used today. So now I'm going to take this Nico hook, and you can rig it any way you want. I'm going to rig it this way, through here. And there you go. Nice and simple, and it keeps you from going through a whole bunch of worms. This is This is a fantastic little tool. You can keep 2 different sizes of rings, one size on either side for the smaller sticks or your bigger sticks. Absolutely fantastic. And on top of that, if you look at this right here, the way I have it rigged, that little ring right there actually helps more for that hook not to embed back in the plastic, which is one of the biggest reasons we lose fish on a wacky worm. This ring will help in avoiding a lot of that. Great invention and very effective.
So far, and I've been guided by southwestern stars, searching for a different way, just to make it through these cold, dark days. Well, I've gone back to my hometown, hang around with my friends. I'm going back, stomping grounds where the party never ends. I'm going back, southern land, baby, it's good to be back home. Well, I finally got myself back on track. I'm going back. Yeah, I'm going back. I've seen those desert skies, climb those rocky mountains.
That is nice here. Come on, you get in here. There we go. I'll tell you what, when you can catch fish this size all day, this is fun. Yeah, they're not monsters, but oh my goodness, for a cold front last night, throwing a weighted wacky is just an absolutely fantastic way to catch a lot of fish or just get bit. And I still think there's nothing better that you can throw when you're taking a kid fishing or taking somebody who hasn't been before and just let it sink and just let it do what it does. Nothing. It's an easy way to fish, but sometimes it is so deadly effective. And the clearer the water and the shallower the fish get, I really think this is almost impossible to beat. You know they're biting a wacky good when you pull in a nice sauger. Look at that. What a nice bonus. What a nice bonus. And he whacked it hard too. Oh, nice sauger. See you, buddy. This segment of Hook and Hunt TV is brought to you by these and other fine sponsors. Yeah, that's a good one there. There you go. Oh, shook my worm off, son of a gun. Son of a gun. Yeah, these are all these post-spawn fish in here, but man, that is fun. That Nico hook sticks them every time. Nice fish right there. Bingo. Man, that's fun today. Man, that's fun today. Woo! Yeah, look at that. There you go. Come here. Yeah. There you go. Come here, honey. Come here. There you go. Yeah. Okay, from top to bottom, like we always do, I want to go over the equipment that we're using today. I'm using an American tackle spinning reel that's loaded with Suffix 832 sinking braid. Okay, and I like that when I'm throwing small lures, especially a wacky worm. I've got an 8-pound Suffix Advanced fluorocarbon leader. It's very abrasion resistant and basically disappears in clear water. Now the rod that I built for this is probably the best all-purpose blank that I use for a lot of different things. This is an American tackle MB68 10 to 15. This is basically a medium action rod with a fast tip. It's fantastic for wacky worming, for throwing a Ned rig. I've built jerk baits and topwater rods on it. It's just really suits a lot of things that I do. Now the handle system here is a new carbon fiber handle system. This is the lightest handle system that I've ever used on a rod. And think about this, when graphite goes into carbon fiber, the carbon fiber acts almost like a megaphone. So the slightest tick, it's amplified. You get a lot more feel. It's absolutely incredible. A lot of these fish today, we didn't even, if you weren't holding your hand on this type of blank, I really don't think you would have felt the bite, because all they did is they came in, sucked it in, and sat right on it. It was really cool to be able to feel that, and this carbon fiber handle system really does a great job of giving me feel that I never even knew I wasn't getting before. It's fantastic. Now the worm, we kind of talked to you a little bit about this. I have a box full of the Shields trick sticks. I love them. This one is in a sunfish pattern. I've got a 2.0 VMC Nico hook on here, which I put a 1/16 ounce weight on. When I hook it this way, it actually shakes and shimmies in the water really slowly, but it's got a very subtle movement on the fall, and that is what's getting our bites. I throw a Wacky Worm like this a lot when it's tough. And in a post-spawn condition like this, right after a cold front, this has definitely been the ticket. So that's what we use today. Wacky Worming is one of the simplest things you can do, but there's always a couple little extra things that you can do to get that bite. And I hope we showed that to you today. Nice and easy. It is so much fun catching them like this. God, I love this. I love catching them like this. Come on. There you go. All right. I like it. I like it. Nice. So skinny. You need to eat some more. This is really fun today. We finally got a day where it's not. I think about it, about a week ago, it was snowing out here, and then it got really warm, then it got really cold. Last night we had freezing cold rain, which dropped the temperature by about 2 or 3 degrees. The later on it moves in the day now, the more it's warming up on your northwest banks, and the fish are finally starting to move up. They're post-spawn fish, they're long and they're skinny, but oh my goodness, they're fun. They're fun. We're fishing. I want to catch another one. Yeah, buddy. Oh man, that is fun. When times are tough, I'll tell you what, since this was a post-spawn bite, it was so fun today just being able to throw a Wacky Worm and catch a bunch of fish. Hopefully that you learned something today, or at least enjoyed yourself. But thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be on the road somewhere, someplace next week. Make sure you check out our channels on Roku as well as Fire TV. You can also hook up with us on Facebook and Instagram. Until next time, I'm Jim Crowley. God bless you. We'll see you soon.
Well, the party never ends. I'm going back to the land. Baby, it's good to be back home. Well, I finally got myself back on track. I'm going back to my hometown, hang around with my friends. I'm going back, stomping grounds. Well, the party never ends. I'm going back to the land. Baby, it's good to be back home. Well, I finally